This is one of the most frustrating things about owning a family cow. Getting them bred. You need to breed them so they have a calf, so you get your milk from them. But how many times have you heard me or Austin say, we cannot get this cow bred?
If you've been following along in the Luna breeding saga, it's almost been 2 years that we've been working to get Luna bred.
This Luna is not pregnant.
We've been doing AI, and we're almost out of AI straws.
A cow, like, they are in good condition, healthy, getting enough food. They should be able to hold on to these pregnancies. Yes, that means we didn't get Luna bred with the last AI session.
So you know this problem is something that we've faced a lot here on this homestead, trying to get cows bred, and Luna's not the only one we've had failed attempts with. We got Luna's test results back, which we'll talk about later in this video. But before we do, we want to kind of outline the steps that we take if you're facing this problem, not getting a cow bred. The progressive steps that we take, starting with the simplest and getting to the most advanced to try to get them bred, and what to do when they don't work.
Simplest. I guess it's air quotes. And the simplest, I think, will be different for a lot of people. Often, as was in our case, as just single family cow owners, we did not start out with a cow and a bull. We got a bred cow who ended up calving, and then after that, we had to decide how we wanted to breed her. For us and a lot of other homesteaders, a bull is not easy to keep around. They're pretty destructive. They cost money all year round to keep. And for one single cow, it doesn't make sense, which is why we started out going the AI route, artificial insemination. AI is great because it opens up a whole pool of semen to you. Any breed, all kinds of different statistics. You gotta make a joke about it, don't you?
Pool of semen is quite a visual.
There's many options out there for your semen. You can breed up your cow, so there's so many statistics on the bulls that they use, and it's relatively inexpensive to get semen from your AI technician.
I'm lowering a gate today because we have a really naughty little pig who can get under all the gates, and then the chickens follow him into the dog pen, which the bird dog pen is no place for a chicken. Somehow the chicken flock got in with the bird dogs, and I mean, they're bird dogs, no dead chickens. Although my dogs have been pretty good, they haven't killed any.
And if this doesn't work, what happens to little pig?
If this doesn't work, little pig gets a bullet in the head.
Oh, easy. How about just say ends up on the Barbie?
Oh, he ends up in the barbecue.
There he is, and I will not be sad. Oh,
There's that
tripod.
naughty pig.
I will not be sad. You will be
Oh man, he's gonna come and do it right.
delicious. So yummy.
We always begin our effort to breed our cows with AI, and we actually try to AI them on a natural cycle. For us, that has been our #1 starting place with all our cows. It allows us to use, really good genetics and not have a bull. We had Concho here before we got our fences upgraded. We had Concho here, and bulls are just hard on stuff. They like to rub against things, rub their heads, and Concho single-handedly tore down a whole section of our fence, which was chicken fencing. It wasn't made for bulls. But they're destructive. And also bulls can be dangerous. We didn't have good proper fencing for the bull previously, so it wasn't an option for us. You've been following along, Luna did not keep, actually neither did Honeybee keep take to the natural cycle.
The hard part about the timing is, especially if you only have one cow, you think she's in heat, she's showing you all the signs, but you're not sure where she is in her cycle. Is she standing yet? Is now the right time to call your tech? Maybe your tech can't come out at that time. It's kind of like our situation. If you have more cows, you can use some heat detector patches, which you put on their tail head, and then you can tell if they're letting other cows mount them. So you know they're in standing heat, time to call the AI tech. We have never done the patches just because we hadn't had enough cows. If Next time we need to get the cows bred, we wanted to do that. That would be an option for us to kind of improve our chances with their natural heat cycles. Some people are great at it. I would not say it's one of my skills. Oh dear, we're scared.
I wonder if, are they in so tight? Oh.
It's moving.
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna have to just... What are you thinking about?
It's stupid.
Sinking joke. So, if trying to breed them with AI
On a natural heat. Okay, go ahead.
Can you fire up my teleprompter?
I am.
If we're trying to breed them on a natural heat, it doesn't work. The next thing we will do is we'll go to a sinking protocol. And we've actually used multiple sinking protocols. OV sync, double OV sync. Basically, you're using...
Da, 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 da.
That was good. Basically, you're using hormones that already are found in the cow. You're using those hormones to try to synchronize their cycle to the moment you want them to come to heat, so you can breed them at that specific moment and hopefully have better success with AI. Sometimes it works, and it has worked for us in the past. We have had Ladybug. Ladybug was the only one who ever did a natural heat AI. Luna, Ladybug, and Honeybee have successfully been bred with sinking AI.
And maybe even Grasshopper. Even Grasshopper, I think she took on a sinking. It's just we had a whole other issue we needed to deal with to resolve some infertility problems we were having. But as far as sinking goes, it is a series of shots you'll give to your cow, and then maybe a CIDR, C-I-D-R, that you insert into their vagina to get those hormones that they need to tell them, hey, I'm in heat right now. The shots are pretty easy to give. If you are pregnant or a woman of childbearing age, there are risks to giving the shots yourself, so talk to your vet about it and they can help you figure it out.
The tool for the job is literally made for this. Love that. Nice.
Alas, AI and sinking still do not have a 100% success rate. I think it's somewhere around 50 to 60% success rate. There's just a lot that can go wrong. You've got a semen if you're having it shipped, your AI guy had it shipped. Semen's got some sensitivities to store. How much is in there is a lot less than a bull naturally covering your cow. So it is not 100% successful.
Rookie move. I was banging on that with the hammer to loosen it, and I think I messed up the threads, and now I can't get them all connected again. I shouldn't have been banging directly. I should have put like a block of wood that I could have banged against, and it wouldn't have messed up the threads. That's a rookie move right there. I know better. I was not planning on doing this today. That stinking pig was out, and all the chickens got in, and yeah, my brain's not in it, nor my heart. Okay, well, I guess I'm done with that job for the day. Ruined one gate.
Just for now.
Trying to fix it. How many times should you try sinking AI before you finally give up on the AI and go to plan B? I think that one is one of those opportunity cost, actual cost in dollars and cents. You have to balance it, and everyone's going to have a different answer. So if you can afford to attempt AI a couple times, maybe you bought, yourself 6 straws and you decide I'm going to try 3 straws on one cow and 3 straws on the other cow, and at that point 3 cycles would have passed. Now your opportunity cost, your cow is still not bred. The longer she's not bred, the harder it's going to be to get her bred back. At some point you got to decide, let's go with plan B, and B stands for bull.
B stands for what's your butt doing over here? Somebody's on the wrong side. He is on the wrong side. Little Miss Cricket's supposed to be with Mama. Mama's over there.
Here, I'll go open up the gate. Oh, Mama. There we go.
Plan B for us was a bull, and a borrowed bull at that. We actually borrowed 2 bulls, a young Highland bull from our friend Eli at Mac Farms, and he, I think, caught maybe grasshopper, but she ended up losing that one. And then we borrowed Conchos, this mini Jersey bull from our friend Leroy. He's done a great job. We got grasshopper, and she was our first one bred of our 3 girls that we needed bred. So we got the first calf out of her, Cricket, in August. A bull is so much easier in some ways. There's no timing needed on our part. I watch. Oh, okay, I kind of know when grasshopper's coming in heat. Grasshopper's coming in heat. Conchos definitely knows. So he'll start bird dogging. Is that the right way to say that? Is that the right way to use that expression, Aust? Bird dogging her? Just kind of sticking to her like glue, because he can tell she's coming into heat. Before she's even ready to stand for him, he knows it's coming. And he's got lots more semen than you've got in a straw of semen, which means your odds for conception go up dramatically. It's why people with a lot of cows, even if they do AI, they still have a cleanup bull to catch those cows that the AI didn't.
You might say he could fill a pool with semen. I'm 12 years old. Once we had the right infrastructure, the right setup.
Grooming. Yes, he needs a haircut. Somebody said it in the video. He said, Austin, you need a haircut. I think it was a child.
It's supposed to be cold.
I think it was a child that said it.
It's
too.
supposed to be cold right now. It's not supposed to be 75 degrees on August 27th. October.
Is it October 27th?
It feels like August.
Is it October 27th? Is it?
Awful. 25th, actually.
Phew.
Whatever. But anyway.
Parents' anniversary in a couple days.
What was we talking about?
What was we talking about? How infrastructure is important with the bull, because they will destroy things.
So if you can handle the bull and afford the bull, yeah. And some people would argue that is the simpler. I mean, it's the way it's supposed to be.
And then, you know, it does become tricky, because then you're talking about biosecurity, right? How do you deal with that? Do you make sure the bull's been tested before he comes on your property? What are your concerns?
Yeah.
Some farmers don't lend out their bulls.
Because there's just nothing simple.
You can also take your cow to the bull to be bred.
I feel like for us, we'll do both. We like AI for the genetics, but bull is more successful.
I like not having a bull. Like it wouldn't be my preference to keep a bull all the time.
Yeah, have a bull, have
Because I like
breed,
to be able to go in with the cows.
and then off he goes.
So that's an option for some people. They'll get a young bull, use him for breeding for a year or 2, and once they get kind of more on the dangerous side, take them to the butcher.
Now, you may remember, if you've been following a while here, we had some success with our bulls, and then we had some sad news after that.
For us, the bull worked great. Everybody was bred. Everybody confirmed bred by blood test or milk test. And then we sent the bull home, and maybe a month after that, we noticed that although Luna had been pregnant, she was bleeding. So it was bad news, because it meant she had lost that pregnancy. So we sent a milk test out again, and it was confirmed she had lost that pregnancy.
Yeah, we had, at this point...
we had 3 cows bred positive.
And then 2 lost it.
2 lost it.
And that's when we started to worry about something
was
else.
wrong.
Yeah,
something was
more happening. And there's really a few things that could happen, that if you're trying to get your cow bred and the AI didn't work and the sinking didn't work, and now the semen from the bull isn't working.
The semen from the bull.
The semen from the pool isn't working.
At this point, it was time to get our vet out. He did some internal checks on the cows.
Because there could be something wrong with,
internally.
Inside.
It could be a weight issue. They could be too thin to breed back. They could be too fat to
How
breed
many
back.
times have we seen the comment, by nature, mini Jerseys have the appearance of being fat.
They're much rounder
than your traditional milking
they have nice
Jersey.
big capacity.
And we get the comment all the time.
Shorter legs, they're gonna look very round.
Luna's not being bred because she's too fat. She's too fat. She's too fat. And we were wondering, could it be? Our vet came. He has a beef farm. He's not like a dog vet who just reached in a cow one day. He knows cows. He checked her out. He said, no, she's not too fat.
Good.
She's healthy. She felt right.
She was cycling regularly.
And so he said, we need to check for disease.
Yeah, we ran an abortion panel to see why they were losing calves, and also a vitamin and mineral panel.
And those are the problems that you could be facing. If it's not physical issue, maybe they're low on something, or maybe they have a disease you didn't know, which I've been through that before. So yeah, we didn't know what to expect with Luna.
We got the results back. Everything was good, except they were low on selenium. That was why they couldn't hold on to these pregnancies. In our area, it's an issue to be low with selenium, and although we were supplementing with a loose mineral, it wasn't enough for them. So what we did is we got an injectable selenium and gave that to them. And if you remember, this was an issue with our camels when they showed up too. They were low selenium. That began kind of our next phase of trying AI again, because the bulls were gone. Okay, we got our cows all figured out. It's selenium. We dosed them with selenium. Now it was time to keep breeding, because the longer they stay open, the harder it is to get them bred. So we thought we had everything sorted out, and then began our almost 1 year saga of getting Luna bred. But we did AI, blood work, pregnant recheck, so we think she took then. Heat, bleed off heat, sync, AI, came into heat. Eli dropped off the bull. She had a bleed off, we got Leroy's bull. Heaton was bred, so that was September 29th. Blood draw, November 6th, was positive for pregnancy. November 26th, blood and mucus on the tail. So December 28th, we got the abortion and the vitamin and the mineral panel. Then January and February, we synced. And AI'd. March had a bleed off. April had a bleed off. Didn't do anything then because we didn't want a January calf. April, May, June, steady heats. July, we started the double ov sync. July 15th had a heat, and then August 20th had a heat. We knew then that just she wasn't taking with the AI. Honeybee did. She was pregnant already. We had that established. Luna wasn't. So for us, it was time to bring the bull back. We brought Conchos back. Then I gave her a selenium, her yearly selenium, and a multi-min to just help get everything where it needed to be. Conchos came. The first heat that he was here, he bred her. So she was coming into heat. We saw him breeding, and then 3 weeks later, we were waiting to see if she would come back into heat again.
That brings us to
Last week.
What our test results are.
Because we did a video, right? Last
Yeah,
week
we were taking blood.
Tail draw.
I did a really good tail draw. I was so proud. Well, there she is. Miss Luna. Let's talk about Luna's results and our next steps. Just gotta make it up to her.
And then catch your breath. We have dairy cows for the milk, and if we don't get babies, we don't get milk, the longer it takes, the harder it is to get her pregnant. This has been a 2-year journey trying to get her bred. So, the truth is we just can't keep a cow, we can't get pregnant. So, it's a good thing she's finally pregnant. and Austin made me do it that way. So if y'all thought that was dramatic, it was his fault.
Come on, gotta have a little fun with the YouTube thing.
Finally
she's pregnant! Woo! Oh, after all,
Look at
I know.
You're feeding them.
After all this ups and downs and sadness, like, we had to have a little fun with that announcement. That was like, I got the email. Normally Kay gets the emails first. I just happened to be in my office.
Of the results.
And I saw the results, and usually I wait to do it on camera or something. I couldn't even wait. When that result came in, I just clicked
smiling. On it. I was like, oh, something good happened. I thought it was something else he was doing. And he was like, yep, because we got from Lancaster DAHIA. And I was like,
I'd be smiling like this. Oh man, so happy, Miss Loon. No beefing for you. Yeah, you're going to have another baby. Yeah, make this one a little smaller.
This will be a Concho's baby coming spring, June.
Concho got the job done.
2022, first try.
Real good.
First try.
Real good. Yeah,
he
did great. So we are thrilled Miss Luna is going to be giving us a calf in the spring. And, you know, this one has a happy ending.
Sometimes people watch our videos and think like, wow, what's wrong with that farm there? Having problems getting their cows bred. What's wrong with their cows? Their cows are fat. They're not doing something right. But if you own your cow long enough, you'll realize this is a hard thing to do. It's not like you have a bull and a herd of cows and you can just, one didn't get bred, take her out to the auction. You got one cow. It's a lot of eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
So if you're having a hard time with this, you're not alone. Go to the Family Cow Forum, the Pro Boards. Go to the Family Cow Forum.
Comment below if you've
Facebook.
had trouble getting a cow bred. We're not the only ones.
No, it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy,
and that's why
it's not guaranteed.
And that's why we wanted to make this video, is we know people we've inspired to get started down this path are going to run into this issue. They're going to have trouble eventually getting a cow bred, and hopefully going through this list will give somebody out there an idea of, oh, we didn't try that.
Yeah.
Let's try that, because it might work.
What we did, this process of 2 years, fortunately we had other cows calving. We knew we'd be getting milk. Fortunately, we know Luna's a very easy keeper. So if you have a herd of beef, going through all these steps that we did for every single one of your cows isn't going to be practical. Maybe there are mineral and vitamin deficiencies that would be worth testing for. But for us, with one cow, fortunately Luna's a very easy keeper. So she doesn't cost $1,000 worth of hay over the winter to keep her open and dry. She's been a great cow. She was a great mom, took on 2 calves. We know there's value in her. It just took a lot of effort to get her bred. But that's okay. Maybe your cow, who's a great milker, perfect for hand milking, great mom, easy keeper, is hard to get bred right now too. Don't give up because the first AI or the second one or the third one didn't take. You know, even before you invest in a family cow, have that plan in place that, sure, our goal is to AI, but it might not work. So what's our next step going to be? Are you going to have a bull? Are you going to take your cow to a bull? Are you going to have one on your property? Just have these things in mind as possible situations that may come up. Now, if you're having problems getting your cow bred, first of all, we feel for you.
Yes, we are here for your support.
Because
not everybody on the internet is here for your support.
No, and we know you're going to be getting a lot of opinions from tons of different people, like we did, saying all these things we were doing wrong.
It's, you know, you're not good pasture, you're not good, they're too fat, they're too thin, they're too...
Like you say they're in good shape, but I don't believe you. People are going to say nasty stuff to you. Find your vet that you trust.
Yeah.
Find your cow mentors that you trust, and
ignore the noise.
Yeah, and rely on them to help you get your cow pregnant.
Because now we have a pregnant cow. Woo! Don't be too gloaty.
No, because there's always a chance this pregnancy could not work out.
Yeah, things happen.
So we'll be checking again on Luna.
And of course, we'll keep updating you on hashtag LunaBaby number 2. So that's exciting. Grasshopper. Hopefully have a sister here in the spring. Breeding your cow successfully is only one of the really tough things to do with a family milk cow. Another thing that's going to be really hard, especially as a beginner, is training a family milk cow to be milked. And if you want to hear all the good, the bad, and the ugly, click here. This is our podcast we record on a new channel. So if you haven't subscribed to that new channel, it's right there. You won't see our podcast on this channel anymore. Our video live show, it's at our new channel, and click here to watch the video. Subscribe, watch.